So today I wanted to talk about. I really wanted to talk about Drew's road to WrestleMania, but I have to put a little bit more thought into it. But the question that has been on everyone's mind: what is CM Punk's road to WrestleMania? And I think that's a question that we know that he's going to be involved in something big, and it has to be either a main event or a match with Roman Reigns. That match with Roman Reigns can be a main event too. But what do I think? What is the suitable path for him for WrestleMania? Or what are the different parts that I think that CM Punk can take for his road to WrestleMania? Of course, written by Triple H. First is off the bat winning the Royal Rumble, and my prediction is that CM Punk will win the Royal Rumble. It kind of makes sense because last year Cody and him were the last guys. CM Punk lost that. This year it makes even more sense for him to win the Rumble, because for the past year that has been his goal, to go after the world title, to main event WrestleMania, and that can be through winning the Royal Rumble. Um, and the thing with all that is also many people wanting John Cena to win the Rumble. For me, the problem with that is the story of John Cena going after his 17th world title. I think if you watched his promo, he also mentioned that he doesn't believe in himself that he can win the 17th world title. And what he alluded to, and what we know, that for the last 4 5 years Cena has been beaten but like a drum. He has lost so much. I don't think he has won a pay-per-view match even. Maybe he has, maybe teaming up with LA Knight or something, but apart from them, he hasn't won a singles pay-per-view match in a long while. He hasn't won a singles pay-per-view match in a long while. Last time he lost to Solo Sikoa in a singles match, and then Solo Sikoa went on to a losing streak. So we know that didn't work for him, and he got squashed by Solo. That so for him to then come back just because it is his retirement tour and be like, okay, the Cena from the last 4 5 years didn't exist and he's suddenly now the Cena again. I don't think it will make sense storyline wise also with the story that they want to tell about Cena, that it is a man who has last year before retirement and who's trying to go for that 17th world title. Like, he is struggling, like as he said, he's not the same guy anymore. But if we just have him in the Rumble, I don't think that will make much sense in the story that they are trying to tell. With CM Punk, it makes sense. It is the more logical thing to do also. I'm not saying do not give Cena a run in the Rumble. You can have Cena be kind of like the Iron Man of the Rumble this time. That is much better than being the winner. You can then eliminate him like second last or like third last. I think that's a very good thing that you can do with Cena. Have him be the Iron Man, have him go till the last 4 or 5, and then have him be eliminated. And there you set a clear path for CM Punk. That is, there are two options. He can go up against Cody Rhodes, or he can go up against Gunther. If you look at it like on straight facts, if you look at it, with Cody is he can have like a great feud. Like, they had a promo before the Rumble last year. They clearly are the most over baby faces in the company, along with Roman Reigns right now, who isn't really a baby face, but he's against Solo, so he is a baby face. It has a clear story. Two guys who left the company, that they kind of either made or had it popularized to a level that we never will see again, probably in the next few years. The two paths are kind of similar. Like, Cody went from WWE, he rebuilt his career, he made a company along with people, he came back, he went through adversity the first time, and the second time he and his fans made sure that he overcome that adversity and is now the QB1 of the WWE. He's in the position that, you know, kind of was his destiny to be in, or what he deserved. It kind of mirrors to CM Punk's story. Like, of course, he left because of other reasons. He also went to another company, got to the top there, went out in controversy, came back, you know, had the world title in his grasp going after Seth Rollins, but he got injured. So he also was not able to, overcome that. But he came back. He 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 has beaten the arch rival who caused him that injury, and he has beat the person that he was supposed to face at that mania also. So he has been a guy that has like kind of overcome the personal rivalries that he had. At least you can say storyline wise he has. Of course, we know that the Seth story is not over, and you can say they have kind of similar paths. And CM Punk's story is also like more than decade years old. Like he didn't get the flowers that he deserved. He feels like he didn't main event when he should have. Like he has a clear goal, kind of like Cody had that clear goal that he had to win the world championship because of his father. CM Punk has a clear goal. He has to main event WrestleMania because he deserves it, because he is the guy in his head. So you have a clear storyline there. You also have things like both were involved in the bloodline story, but CM Punk can come and say that, I was involved because I wanted a favor, you were involved because of this. CM Punk can use his tactics that since I have come back, I have been myself. I have said that I'm here to make money. I'm not here to make friends, and I have stuck to that. Whereas the most righteous person in the WWE has gone back on his word. He joined with Roman Reigns. He shook hands with Rock. I didn't do any of those things. But then Cody can come back with say, you came back to the company that you said you will never come back to. You came back to the business that you said you'll never come back to. You abused this company in AEW, their WrestleMania, the concept of two-night manias. You abused the guy that you supposedly like he's the best boss in the world, Triple H, and you could do that stuff. But the thing with that is, according to me, that first is that the crowd will be more on CM Punk's side, but I don't think they will boo Cody like they did. They're not booing Seth Rollins in this feud. They are just more on CM Punk's side. Have you seen like any insult that Seth has said to CM Punk? It's not like the crowd booed him. They didn't boo him. It's just that the amount of cheers were less. And with Cody is much more over than Seth. You may of course CM Punk will have more cheers, but Cody will not get booed. The only problem with that is first it's face versus face, which is really like problematic, has always been problematic to book. Especially when these are the two top like out and out baby faces in the company. Like Roman Reigns, you can say is a babyface technically, but like it has been mentioned in storyline, he has not really changed his character. So he's not really like in all spirits, in all blood and everything, is a babyface. But with CM Punk and Cody, and it will be difficult, having a winner because right now I don't see Cody losing. I just don't see Cody losing. I don't think the plan for WWE will be to have Cody be the champion for 1 year just to lose to CM Punk. And I'm not saying CM Punk lose to CM Punk. It's just that Cody losing to someone will be a part of a larger story where they have to like elevate someone, or like storyline wise reasons it has to be someone who will take down, like Drew can be the one who takes down Cody. Like that will kind of have a larger story around it. Like CM Punk taking down Cody, it will be like CM Punk's story is like pretty straightforward. Oh, I didn't get my road to my main event. It kind of doesn't really involve Cody that much. Whatever story where Cody loses the title, like Cody's part will be much more in that story. Otherwise, like you can just replace Cody with any other wrestler and the story is the same. That is CM Punk's road to a WrestleMania main event. And I just don't see Cody losing right now. The I don't see Cody. The thing with this is that CM Punk will kind of get like the main event that everyone like is that the main event, which is night two main event. Night one main event is a main event, but you can say they put really those people on night two main event, which they are like these are the biggest guys or this is the biggest story. You can say that. It's just I don't see Cody losing right now. And even story wise, I just don't think CM Punk is the right choice for Cody or Cody is the right choice for CM Punk. While CM Punk has just now called out Cody, but if you look at the past year, it has always been Gunther. Nice segue, right? So now going on to Gunther, my preferable choice would be CM Punk wins the Rumble and goes after Gunther in Night 1 main event. People are saying that it doesn't have that kind of aura or something. Like, how does that, matter? Like, it's the World Heavyweight Championship. Like, CM Punk in a World Championship match is enough to be a Mania main event. And of course, I agree that Gunther has not been booked at the level that he should be, but they have enough time to reboot him. Like Mania is still a long ways away. Today is January 16th. I think Mania is on April 19th and 20th. That's like three more than 3 months. You have a lot of time to rebuild Gunther back. You have a lot of time to make the World Heavyweight Championship seem important again. And you can kind of say like the first steps have been taken. You can say it's a placeholder match, but at least Gunther is in a main event again. Like Saturday night's main event, like the poster has Jey Uso. Gunther will main event that show. Like slowly, they can bring the title reign back to track. And even if they don't, like you can make that part of the story as well. Like CM Punk can be like a cocky asshole, say that you have been the world champion, but the main event has all been about me. Well, Gunther can call him out, like, why are you saying this shit to me? Like, what happened? Like, do you think like I chose to not be in the main event? Like, did you choose all those years ago not to be in the main event, but John Cena was there? You can do stuff like that. My preferred choice will be Gunther versus Punk in the Mania main event night one. It is a perfectly serviceable night one Mania main event with CM Punk, beating Gunther. The only problem that I have is I wouldn't have booked the Cody versus Gunther match. Like Gunther losing to Cody, you know, I kind of get it why he lost. They protected him and all, but Gunther like getting pinned is like such a big deal in WWE, and just having him like being pinned in like the matter of 6 months, 7 months. I know it sounds crazy when I say, oh, I that someone is mad about someone getting pinned once in 6 or 7 months, but I think with Gunther it matters that him not getting pinned or submitted is a big part of his character, I think. And then him getting pinned or submitted in a matter of 6, 7 months, I don't like it. But then this is still the option that I would take, a straight up CM Punk versus Gunther match for the World Heavyweight Championship at Mania. There are other paths for CM Punk which can happen, which is one which is most rumored is CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. But then how do you get to it? Like you can the thing is it is Roman Reigns, be it like with the company, it's a Roman Reigns match. They can, from their side, push him down our throats or something. But a Roman Reigns match, even if it's not a title match, is is now on the level that if it main events a show, like apart from like the internet wrestling fans, most people won't have a problem with that because he is there. You can say he's their biggest star right now. Cody is the face of the company, but the biggest star in terms of popularity and all is Roman Reigns. You can, not admit it and all. It is Roman Reigns, and the biggest storyline for the past 4 or 5 years has been the Bloodline story. So it can happen. The match is pretty simple, like the Paul Heyman thing, like the favors, and then you can go back to the Shield days. You can also go back. You can bring real life into it. CM Punk make Roman look strong. That got so much traction on internet. Like you don't think that the Philly crowd or the crowd, the hardcore crowds that came into like the big four shows didn't know about that podcast? Like that affected a lot of Roman's image, make Roman look strong. You can do that, and Roman can have that feud. Like he can be like, yeah, CM Punk is kind of one of the main reasons that I went through hell. Like it can unlock another side for Roman, because Roman can be like, he stole my wise man. He did all this to my career, and I'm going after him. You can do that too. And along with this, like if there are rumors, like some ANX media reported, I don't think it's reliable, but if there are rumors that one of the world champions will defend the title in Elimination Chamber, I think that's probably going to be Gunther, because I think someone, I think there was an account which is a Roman Reigns Indian account. I don't remember the name. It was Chief. Like he mentioned that WWE has kind of alternate, like they don't have both the world championship defenses on pay per view. They kind of alternate between them. So if like Gunther defended his title at Survivor Series, Cody is defending his title at Rumble, so probably Gunther will defend his title at Elimination Chamber. I think both will defend their titles at Elimination Chamber because it is a big show, like it's in a stadium or something. So I think both will. I think we will have more than 5 matches at Elimination Chamber. I probably Cody versus Randy versus Kevin, in my opinion, will happen on Elimination Chamber, and that will be kind of like the end of the story there. And then you can have Kevin Owens interfere in the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber match, costing Sami Zayn the match. And also, that is a good way that you can get CM Punk to win the World Heavyweight Championship there. It kind of protects Gunther also because it's a multi-man match. It's not a singles match. You can also protect him further by maybe having Goldberg attack him before the match. Maybe there's like a huge brawl going on, and Gunther and Goldberg fall off a fall off a bridge into a pond or something, and Gunther is written out of the match. So Gunther loses his World Heavyweight Championship while not being in the match itself, and you can have someone like a Logan Paul replace him, to thunderous boos in the crowd, and you can have CM Punk win the match, become the World Heavyweight Champion. Then you can have Roman Reigns go after CM Punk. That you can have the wise man and all that stuff, and CM Punk can call in the favor. He can say to Paul Heyman, I'm calling in my favor. I want to face that guy because I know a match against Roman will be a guaranteed main event for me. Because he can mock Seth Rollins that because world champions before me were, not really given the main event. But I know that it's Roman, and I have a favor that you can go on and ask him that for a main event, and it can be CM Punk, the best in the CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship Night 1 main event. That can be the plan. Another plan can be you can have the same elimination chamber thing. You just don't have CM Punk in it. You have Seth Rollins in it, and have Seth Rollins being like a conniving heel, win the match and be the world heavyweight champion, while CM Punk has won the Rumble, and then you can have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins 3 for the world heavyweight championship in Night One's main event. Another option is you can have Seth win the championship, have CM Punk Seth, and also have Drew inserted into that match, capping off their feud in like a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship Night 1 main event. You can do stuff like that as too. You can have Seth Rollins being the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk winning the Rumble, but Drew McIntyre getting under the ego of CM Punk. Drew McIntyre manipulating a heel Seth Rollins into adding him into the match, saying that, if I make it into the match, There's no chance that Punk can win. It's either me or it's either you. We can go against him, 2 is to 1 as well. There you can also like kind of promote CM Punk by saying that CM Punk has been such a thorn in their side that both of them can't beat him, so they are joining hands like in a triple threat match to beat him. That can be the story going into Mania too. So these are the paths right now that is there for CM Punk. My prefer is a straight CM Punk versus Gunther match for the World Heavyweight Championship at Mania. I will still have Gunther defend the World Heavyweight Championship in the Elimination Chamber, just to get him, you know, you know, have him get his aura back more and more, because Gunther entering first in the Elimination Chamber and still winning in the end will be a really good look for him and the World Heavyweight Championship. And I will have that match main event the Elimination Chamber, because first it will make sense, it's the Elimination Chamber. Second, you can have Sammy in there as too. The story can be like which they are telling on Raw currently, which is starting is Seth beats Seth, Miz, Cannon Cross, kind of telling Sammy to focus on himself when will he be the world champion. That can be part of Sammy's story going into the Elimination Chamber as well. They are in Canada too. Sammy getting screwed by a fellow Canadian in the main event by KO can be fuel for the fire. I would still have Cody pin Randy instead of Kevin, but Kevin, you can be we can be more furious. He can say I didn't even get pinned, and then he can go after Sammy. That way, KO and Sammy can be set up. Gunther can get his aura back. Gunther versus Punk in a straight match at WrestleMania is great. In my opinion, that is the way that you go forward for CM Punk's road to WrestleMania, and that is my path for CM Punk's road to WrestleMania. So if you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, share it with those who do. My social media links are in the description. My Instagram and Twitter link are in the description. So go follow me on those sites. My UPI ID shabba@okicici is there in the description. Please donate any amount that you can, so that I can make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for today. So thank you. Goodbye. Alvida.